to ourselves. Yes. All right. So good evening one more time. Good to have you on board. Now it is time for us to do something special tonight. As I said, last week was very powerful. We will move forward. What we are doing, beyond the talk of contribution or loaning or any other thing about the cooperative, what we also do is that we make sure that every member of the team, we do what we call development. You can call it self-development, but we help each other here to be able to plan our life around something positive. And what we are doing right now is where we are rounding up the year 2023, and we are setting targets that we want to have to be able to conquer 2024 year. So basically, we are looking forward, and I want to believe that many of you as well, you are winding down 2023, knowing that the more important year is the one that is coming right now. Yes, I know that some of us, we have some outstanding issues that I still want to close this year. I wish you good luck, surely. But for many of us, mind is already in 2024, and we know that we have to conquer that year. And so, again, this night, because we don't have much time, I have with us tonight our dear president, who will be taking us through. One of the keyword for last week was upgrade, and the need for you to upgrade yourself if you want to conquer 2024. And we will talk a little bit more about upgrade, so that for those of you that were not there last week, what do we mean by that? Why do you need to upgrade yourself? And then we will conclude that discussion. Tonight might be the last meeting for the year, so I wish all of us well. All right, without much ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to call on our president to come and have this discussion. Remember, this is about Rich Vision Cooperative, and it is a platform that has been designed to help you to succeed. It is not an investment platform. It is a platform to help you to be able to cover the grounds, for your future. And so tonight, we'll talk about how 2024 can be relevant for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have with us our dear president. He is a chartered accountant. If you don't know, in fact, he's a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. He is a known financial advisor in the market. He has the license to do that, of course. He has the experience over the years to do that. He has been the coach to many of us for many, many years. And many of us have been beneficiaries of this kind and selfless enrichment, empowerment over the years. Tonight, you will see what I mean for those of you that have never been part of this before. But as I want to say again, before it comes up, I need you to get a pen and a paper. All of us have this normally when we have our meeting, because what you're about to hear will actually help you to be able to get 2024 going for you. All right. So if you are ready, I am ready here. I can't wait. So to usher him in, I want you to just do something for me. Type in 555. It's a call in for him to be able to join us. So if you are there, type in 555 so that we can call on our dear president, Mr. Olushola Kukwala. Type in so that you can speak to us. 555. I'm typing my own as well. Okay, 555. We are just about 16 right now. So the 555 we should have to be at least 15. All right. All right, let's do that. Let's do that before we call on our president to take over right now. All right, great. Do that for those of you. Do that. All right, Mr. President. Good evening one more time. I haven't spoken to you today, surely. but it's been loaded. They have been involved in some what we call market fair. Yeah, awesome day. Awesome day. All right. Take it over, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. That is Mr. Majekodunmi, the treasurer of the cooperative, and immense help to humanity. You don't have to, somebody said, give me a place to stand and I will change the world. And they said, where you are standing is a place where you can change. So by putting in your own effort to make humanity better, you are changing the world. And that's exactly what Mr. Kunle Majekodunmi is doing with the Read Vision Cooperative, helping people to get along and, giving people financial direction. As somebody who has been in the financial industry for over 2.5 decades, so much experience also, and we really appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. And we want to appreciate every one of us for being on the call tonight. And I believe the short time we're going to spend together, you are going to gain one or two things. For those of you that were not here last week, let me just quickly just put some things together for you so that we can be, almost at the same stage. Ladies and gentlemen, last week we discussed about you looking into the next year and preparing yourself. Like we rightly said and defined, that there's no change. There's nothing unusual that is happening now that has not happened before. There's nothing, absolutely nothing unusual. Oh, somebody, my wife went to the market, said, oh, bag of rice is now so and so. It said the Indomie they buy for the children is now so and so. I said, it has never, which day have you gone to the market before, ever since you've been born? And you hear that bag of rice was 30,000, now it's now 20,000. It does not happen. So it does not just happen, but it's me. Some people in this group here can say that, oh, when in 1980, the Peugeot, Volkswagen was 5,000 naira. You see, the man that was born in 2000 is seeing and hearing you as somebody who is telling a story. Somebody who is here now is here. So, the challenge now is this. The mentality of now, the car is no more 5,000, it's about 20 million naira. You know why you are lagging behind in the economy is because you are using the mentality that they used to generate 5,000 naira in those days. You want to use it to live in an economy that a car now costs 20 million. That is why it seems you are financially backwards. I repeat it again. Before now, for those of us that maybe you are in your 40s, you are in your 50s, there's a kind of mentality that made you to go around. Oh, if you, at least if you are any job that you are doing that you are making 200,000 naira, 300,000, you're a big man. That was the mentality that you carried then. And you were living well with it. As at that time, baby food was 2,000 naira, 1,000, 2,000 naira. The mentality you had, plus that made you to earn the kind of income you are earning then, made you to live well during that period. But because you did not upgrade yourself to the new reality, to the new mentality of the current situation, where now baby food is now 15,000 naira, 20,000 naira, you see it as strange. But the young man who is born into this generation, the Gen Z of today, is not seeing what you are saying. It's you that is making the comparison. The Gen Z's brain is wired now to make money in such a way that he doesn't see 15,000 as the big deal. He doesn't see it. It's you that you are complaining. So he is working in such a way. So you see a lot of them doing online business. You see a lot of them doing skits. When you see them doing skits, all this nonsense. They are doing nonsense and they are having 100,000 followers. Do you know how much Facebook is paying them? Do you know how much YouTube is paying them for that nonsense that you think that they are doing? They are making money. What is nonsense to you because you have not upgraded is making sense to some people in this generation, and they are lashing out on it. So, bottom line, don't pray for things to change. Pray that you should change. Work on yourself to change. The wind will not cease to blow. If you're on the high sea, you can't pray for the wind to stop blowing on the high sea. It's you, because you are going somewhere now on the high sea, because the wind will blow. It's the way you set your sail that will determine how your boat will go. Are you setting your sail the way it was last year, or you are going to change the direction of your sail so that the wind will aid you in going to the right direction? Upgrade yourself. Upgrade yourself. That is the bitter truth. Don't complain to anybody. Everybody is experiencing the same thing. We are all going through the same thing, but we are not taking it the same way. We are all experiencing the same thing economically, but we are not taking it the same way. How you take it is fully dependent on you. Your survivor in 2024, if I must tell you, expect bag of rice to go 70,000 in 2024. Expect the high cost of living is going to be very high. Let me tell you the truth. Even the government, the president told you it's not going to be easy. So it's not cost, it's not this thing, it's the reality. But the things that will be different is you. What will you do differently? What will you do differently? And the first place to start is to upgrade this your mental faculty. Is to upgrade this mental faculty. What do I need to do? What else can I do? What else? And I told you that it starts with your desire. That desire is the first place where everything starts from. If you desire greatness in 2024, you desire it. Oh, I desire. I tell people that if you are working now and you are earning in Naira, you are setting up yourself for trouble in the next 3, 4, 5 years. Your income is just basically in Naira. You are setting, that is the truth. Oh, yeah, but we are in Nigeria. I agree with you. But you are in Nigeria. What is Nigeria making in your house? What is the thing that is made in your house that is in, what is the thing that is made in Nigeria that is in your house right now? When I hear people make that argument, how can you be talking of dollars? We are in Nigeria now. We are in Nigeria. Tell me what is in your house. The clothes you are wearing now, the seat you are, tell me which one is made in Nigeria. Everything is from outside there. And what comes from outside there is dollars. So you begin to think, what business, what online projects will I start? You need to change this place, change this thinking. That is where it starts from. But how do you begin to change it? You begin to, first of all, have a strong desire. What do I want to earn? What kind of income do I want to earn in 2024? I want to, okay, my income, I want a minimum of $2,000 per month. I want a minimum of $10,000 per month. If you can't see it, you say you cannot feature in a future that you did not picture. And how do you do that? What kind of school do my children go? What kind of house do I want to stay? If you are still satisfied, you are thinking of how I'm going to pay the next year rent in that same house. You are not thinking of how am I going to buy a house? How am I going to, your thinking should be, don't let the things that you are facing to determine your reality. Don't allow your current situation to determine your reality. So your desire. So when you have a strong desire, the next thing is you said is you must have a skill. It's not enough to say, oh, I desire to be great. Then what are you doing to be great? What are you doing to be great? What are you doing? Yesterday night, I and my wife were discussing, and she was telling me, say, Kai, Shola, he said, my dear, he said, your screen time is too high. Your screen, that's when you say screen time. The time I spend on the screen, whether on the phone or the laptop, is too much. Maybe 24 hours, I'm spending almost 18 hours, which I know that it's For me, I'm not taking pride in it. I feel it's not good for my health, but there's something that I have to search for. There's something that is not within me here that I need to search for. And this internet provides all those things. So I need to spend the time. I spend on data. What I should be using for transport, I spend on data. Doing what? Gathering information that will help me in the new year. Develop a skill. Then the last one is faith, that you must believe in that man. Believe in yourself. Have faith in yourself that you have the ability to accomplish your chief purpose in life. Have faith. The substance of things that are hoped for, the evidence of things that are not seen. I'm saying I am grateful, I'm happy now that I'm earning $10,000, $5,000 monthly in the year 2024. Do I have it in my hand? No, but I believe it. The substance of things that I hope for and the evidence. I see myself on vacation with my wife, with my children. I see us doing what we love to do. I see it and I laugh and I say, God, I'm grateful for this new life that you have given us. Is it in my hand yet? Oh, it might not be in my hand, but it is in my imagination. Everything that you see, the clothes you are wearing, the glasses, the food, everything starts from thoughts. The food you ate this evening starts from the thinking of somebody. Until you begin to think it, you can't bring it about. So you must believe that thought process. All these three things work together: the desire, the skill, and the belief system. They work together. You need to spend time, ladies and gentlemen, in this period to make sure that you get to where you want to get. So, well, that is a long summary. We like call that a summary now, but that is a long talk on what we had last week. Now, tonight, we're going to be talking about specifically, we're going to be talking about financial planning. Financial planning for 2024. What do we mean by financial planning? Ladies and gentlemen, please, I want you to please take notes. I don't want this training to just be one that is an academic thing. They said we should come for training. I have come. No, please, you make up your mind that whatsoever you learn, what you're going to be learning in this training, you are going to be implementing it. You are going to be implementing it. 2024 is a crucial year, I tell you. And it's not just 2024. Beyond 2024 is very crucial. Beyond 2024 is very, very crucial. So what do we mean by financial or annual financial plan? You always know that companies, organizations, they are always making plans and things. You will hear, oh, our budget. Recently, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria presented the annual budget for the year. And they said, this is how much we are going to earn and make and things. But by the way, do you notice something? I was looking at the budget, and the total revenue, is it 20-something billion? In dollars, I think it's about 20-something billion dollars or thereabout. Do you know that the revenue that Microsoft revenue is bigger than Nigeria's revenue? Microsoft is budgeting 200-something billion revenue. Nigeria is 20-something billion. Tesla's projected revenue is more than, and I just look at, these guys can buy Nigeria. These guys, they can buy Nigeria. Microsoft, Tesla, they can buy. When I say buy, maybe I don't know whether it includes the asset now, but according to our financial business plan, it's so funny. Are you getting? So you as an individual, look at those people that are making plans and they follow their plans. They are able to get somewhere. But Shola, I made some plans last year. It did not work. What is it? Does it make sense to be making plans and you all this plan, write your vision, write your this thing. It's not working, it's not working. Let me ask you one simple question. A footballer, these footballers, when they play in the field, they lose a match. When they lose the match, because they lose the match, will they not play the next game? Will they say, because, oh, I lost that game yesterday, I will not play again? They buckle up, make plan, make preparation again for a new game. Next year is another game plan for you. 365 years is just ahead of you. You are ending this 365 years. You are as good as the plan that you made at the beginning of this year. The next year will be as good as the plan that you made now. You are not going to enter into January, and that's when you now carry Bible and paper. My plan for January, my plan for is too late. It's too late. The time, in fact, the time you need to start planning was since August. If I bring my diary, if you can see it, I will show you where you see I wrote it since, although I didn't start, it wasn't August. It wasn't August. It was of September, of November, early November. I started late myself. So, but I've been able to put it, I've put it up into some written form. You will see something here, by because what I do is I put up my financial goal. You will see 2024 there. I'm just putting my hand against it so that it's my own personal goal, you know. So I say I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning so and so monthly by February 2024. Shola, but all these things, now, he said you decree a thing and it should be established. The process of how it's going to go, I don't know. But I know I will continue to apply myself to doing and getting the goal. So now, but some of the things that will drive you is this financial planning. Now, let's talk about financial planning. We said financial planning is that those things that you need to do for the benefit of those that an annual financial plan is a way to determine where you are financially at this moment in time and estimating where you want to be. Fine. I'm not going, this is not wishful thinking. It's a serious business. I want to sit down and look at, where am I? Am I okay with where I am now? No. Okay, where do I want to be? What is my plan? What are my plans? Okay, this is where I really want to be. So I begin to walk towards that. Now, there was a time I told us that every one of us should have what we call our freedom figure, your financial freedom figure. If I ask you now, how much do you really need? How much do you need to be earning every month at least to meet all your needs and live the kind of life that you desire? Many of us don't have it. Many of us have not really sat down to look at it. Let's say God even appears to you now, my son, my son, my son. How much do you need that when you get this, it will meet at least, you say, if I can get 1 million naira, in fact, 1 million naira every month will change my life. And things, my dear, let me tell you the truth. Without 1 million, you know, before when I didn't understand it, I would just put any figure. But the day I sat down, I and my wife, we sat down and we began to write it down. What kind of school do we want our children to go? International schools? Fine. How much is the school fees of that school? We wrote it down. Okay, which kind of house? Where are we living now? Okay, now, where do we desire to live? How much do they buy house in that area? Okay, if we have, this is the amount. Or what kind of car do we have? We are not people that don't like all this ostentatious living, but modesty. What we put it, and you know, all those things. If money is not the problem, what will I be doing? After putting all those things together, we broke it down. We were able to arrive at a figure. I have that. This thing I'm telling you is an exercise that we did since 2022. We did this exercise in 2022. And I have my figures. I have it in my diary here. I have it in my diary. I don't know whether I can see it, but you see, everything is in dollar form because the life, I don't budget my life on Naira. I budget my life with dollars. That is where I'm going. Ladies and gentlemen, so when you do this, it will give you, so you are planning, where am I now? Where do I want to be? Or where do I desire to be? So it means you are considering your assets, how much you get paid, how much are you getting paid now? What is your savings and checking accounts? And how much is in your retirement fund? Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, you see the last one, that retirement fund is what many of us don't put into plan. When we talk about planning for the future, planning for the next year, all you're thinking, your thought is, how do I plan this? You never think and put into consideration your retirement fund. Your retirement fund. Ladies and gentlemen, your retirement fund is as important as the money that you are using to budget for your food, for your feeding today. Your retirement fund is as important as the money that you are using to feed today. Why is this so, ladies and gentlemen? The reason is this. The night comes when no man can walk. Your night time will come. The night time comes for every man. Some come early, some come late. But the important thing is this. You must be preparing yourself for it. He said, but what I'm having now is not enough. It's not even enough for me to eat now. We are talking about financial planning. What I'm earning now, how much am I earning that you are talking about retirement fund? When that time comes, it will take God. God knows God is going to take control. God is going to, I believe God is going to, oh my God, who told you that lie? When God himself told you, he said, go to the ants. If God can look at his own creature and tell them to go to ant, ants, he said, go to the ant, use sluggard. When you are thinking like that God is going to take care of it, he said, don't think of, at least the Bible said, don't think of what we eat tomorrow, because tomorrow will take care of itself. The word of God said, go to the ants, use sluggard. That thinking is the sluggard thinking that which do what? It gathereth our food in the summer. Ladies and gentlemen, your summertime is when you have the ability to walk. Your summertime is when you have the energy. Oh, there was a time I was giving a training somewhere and I stood on my feet for, when I was maybe a little bit younger, man, I can stand 24 hours talking and things. And I was thinking, oh, it's just the same thing and things. Oh my God, after doing that talk, by the time I got home, it was as if, come, Shola, I said, what is wrong with me? Then I just look at myself, Shola, you are not the same thing that's here. The summertime is when you can put in your energy. What will you prepare for the winter, for the night time? So all these are factored into your financial annually. So annually, you are thinking of these things. So what you need to do is, after looking at this area, the next thing you want to look at, you want to set the financial goals for yourself. Once you have completed your personal financial inventory, take a after tonight, sit down with yourself by yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, how much am I earning per month? How much am I earning? How much am I spending? Some people, I hear some kind of lame talks. Lame talks. When I say lame talks, you hear somebody will say, all the money I collected, I don't know. I just collect the thing just disappear. Disappear to where? That is lack of financial accountability. Disappear to where? You collected money, you are paid 100,000, All this money, by the time I pay all the gbese here, everything is gone. What kind of lamentation is that? You refuse to sit down by yourself and write it down. How much is my salary? 70,000. Okay. The house that I'm living in, please write this down. The house that I'm living in, how much do I pay per this? The school that my children are going to, you write it down. The food, how much do we spend on feeding in the house? You write it down. How much do we spend on transport? You write it down. After writing down everything, you put them, you break them to daily activity. You break them down to daily activity. I'm trying to do training and coaching here together because we might not have another time to go over this. So now you look at it. I'm doing a financial planning for myself. I have to review where am I. I want to see where are the leakages. Why is it that my take home will not take me home? What does that mean, for heaven's sake? That your take home is not taking you home. Why? That's financial recklessness. They say salary. The salary is not taking. Why should it not take you home? Then why are you going to that job anyway? Don't go there anymore. Because you have been financially reckless. So what do you need to do? Number one, you take what is fixed is the income. The income is fixed, Abi. 70,000 naira, 100,000 naira, 500,000 naira, put it down. All right? That's the income. The other side, life is debit and credit. Debit and credit. Now, you look at the other side. What are the outlets of money in my life? Number one, rent. Put the amount. Children's school fees. Children's school fees, you know what you are paying per annum every time. First time, second time, third time. And if they're in the university, session one, you know how much you are paying. So it's not Kodaru. Just add the amount, the three of them. That's what you are paying per annum. Whether you like it or that's what you are paying per annum. That's the 3 times. Now, the rent per annum, you write it down. Your feeding per month, you know how much is coming out per month that you are giving to feeding. You know it. That one is per month on its own. How much you spend on transportation per day, you and your wife, or you used to fuel your car, you used to fuel the generator. Sit down with your spouse and do a breakdown, systematic breakdown of all these things. Now, after you have broken it down, this is what you now do. This is what you do. Take the annual salary. Take the annual salary. Please pay attention. No, not the annual salary now. The annual rent, your rent annually. Take that rent, divide that rent by 365. Please take my words, write it down. Your rent is 1 million naira per annum. Divided by 365. If you are not paying rent, you have your own house. Look at how much does it cost you to maintain that house. Because if you are not careful, that house will dilapidate in your very eye like this. Look at how much do people pay for this kind of house that I'm living in. See, this is financial integrity. I have my own house. I look at it in the neighborhood. If somebody wants to rent this house, how much will they pay? You must make provision for it. In finance, we call it provision for depreciation. We call it provision for what? For depreciation. So when you have your own house, you must make provision for depreciation, because in the next 5-10 years, that house will become a caricature of yourself. So you must make provision. So how much do they rent? You put rent there, rent. You must pay you are the land, collect rent from your own house on your own self. Rent, number one. 2, then I was going somewhere. That's rent, 1 million naira divided by 365 days. So that will give you the cost of the house, the cost of you staying in that house per day. Is give us this day. It's not give us this year our daily bread. It's this day. You must break down your expenses daily. So the children's school fees, the 3 months, add them together. The 3 times you pay, add them together and divide by 365. Divided by what? 365. You say, why am I dividing by 365? Including Saturday and Sunday, we will get there. You take the food that how much you owe, you give your wife 200,000 naira monthly for feeding, fine. Divide that 200,000 by 30 to bring it to how much are we spending on food per day. Everything in the car, we spend now, thank God for the price of fuel. We spend close to some families now. We spend close over 100,000 naira on fuel in a month. So you put that, plus the one inside the generator, the one inside the car, all those things, you put it, you divide it by the number to bring it to daily. When you do all those things, after breaking all down, add everything together. Make sure you bring all your expenses to daily. When you break it down to daily and you add it all, this is where you are going. You now take your monthly salary, your monthly income. As a business person, your monthly profit. You know, as a business person, all your monies that you are putting in the bank, they are not your money. The business, they are coming to back. There's an element of profit that you are bringing out from it. Don't go and use your capital to be doing what I'm saying. Your capital for your business is different. How much are you paying yourself in this business? So you take that, your profit or your salary, you take that portion, you now divide it by 30. When you divide it by 30, it will give you your income per day. Let's say my salary is 240,000 naira per month. What I want to do is 240,000 divided by 30. That will give me 8,000 naira per day. Ladies and gentlemen, the first time I did this thing in my life, that was when my mentality changed. That's at that time, my salary in 2005, my salary was 240 naira monthly then. 8,000. When I did this breakdown, I arrived at 10. After putting the expenses, the house and everything, I came to 10,000 naira monthly. My expense, 10,000 naira daily. As at 2005, I came to a point where I saw 10,000 naira daily. That was the average of my own expenses as at that time. My salary was 8,000 naira per day. 8,000 naira per day. But my expenses was 10,000 naira per day. Now, but how can you be earning 8,000 naira per day and spending 10,000 naira per day? Then I began to understand, okay, where is the remaining coming from? The difference between the 10,000 and the 8,000. Oh, it comes from the salad that we collect from the office. How many of you collect salad in the office? Salary advance. The loan that you collect from the cooperative, the this one, somebody borrow you money, somebody dash you money. Those are the things that made up that difference. And I began to, when that happened, I checked my total budget. Then I was just having myself, my wife, and I think we just had a child there. You know where we were living? That time we were living I was in Enugu. I was living in Independence Layout, a very, very, very good place there, and a 3-bedroom flat. I was a manager with a company, how can a manager, you want the status and things. By the time I calculated it, I said, Shola, this house is bigger than your income. This house is bigger, because I looked at everything that formed that 10,000 naira in that day, and I broke it down. I was able to identify which one, this house is too expensive for us. We are not supposed to be staying in a 3-bedroom flat. It's too expensive. What are we using it for, by the way? We began to think of changing and relocating. Now, you look at the school that the children are going to. oh, we were spending so much in school. The truth is this: why are the children going to that school? My friends' children are going there. My wife's sister children are going there. And they said at this level, this is the kind of school that your children should be going. At level will not reach your pockets. I told myself, come, that school, even though it's good, you have not yet walked. Your work is not up to the person that is paying money for that school. Tell yourself the truth. Two things will happen. It's either you remove the children from that school and take them to another good school whose money is lower, or you increase your level of income. If you don't want to leave that house that you are living, if you don't want to change the children's school, if you don't want to make adjustment in the feeding, then you need an extra level of income. What will I do? So I knew what I was looking for. Shola, what you need? If my daily income is 8,000 naira and my daily expenses is 10,000 naira, I need a side hustle that can give me an average of 2,000 to 3,000 naira per day. That was as at that time. I need what? A side hustle that can give me up to 2,000 to 3,000 naira per day, which is about 60,000 naira per month. So if I can do a part-time job, if I can do a part-time business that will give me that extra income, we will be living a standard life as at that time. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you are getting me. If you are getting me, type I got it. Type I got it. Or type 777. If you are understanding what I'm saying so far, if you are understand, type 777 or type I got it. Let me know that you are with me here, guys. Let me be sure that you are understanding it. Okay, awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are hearing today, you might not hear it in any other place. So please pay attention. Pay attention to it. All right. So this is how every one of us you need to go and sit down to do this part. Don't just, please, I beg you by the mercies of God, don't go into 2024 going chalacholo just the way you did it last year. You have to go intentional. You have to be intentional about it. Now, there's something that I want to show you. For those of us, thank you very much for the response. Let me show you something here that you need to factor when you are doing your budget. You understand? Now, when you are planning and doing the budget for the year, when you do the breakdown of these expenses, just as I've told you now, as we have explained, after doing the breakdown, you must try to make it fall within this. We call it the 50-30-20 budget rule. The 50-30-20 budget rule. Now, what does it mean? 50%, this is how you know whether you are living above your standard. This is how you know whether you are living above your standard. Now, 50%, if you take that your daily income and your daily expenses, and look at it, how much is going into rent or mortgage? How much is going into utility? That is your NEPA bill, your water bill. How much is going into your car payments? Maybe you bought your car, you are paying on this thing, you must pay. How much is going on groceries? That is the feeding of the family. These are fixed expenses. It should not, when you calculate all these things, it should not be more than 50% of your income. Ladies and gentlemen, you might have to cut a lot of things. You might have to adjust, or you might have to do more. It should not be more than 50% of your income. Then we have the variable. What is the variable which should not be more than 30%? Which is, oh, we want to eat out. I'm coming from town. I buy bread. It's not that yam is not in the household. It's not that conflict is not in the household. But, the children, they love bread. They just love bread. They love yogurt. They just love, or on Sunday. You know, it's the culture. It's a culture in my family. We should all go out on Sunday and eat out. Now, it is a very good one. But have you walked to that level? Huh? So bring it down. So if you dining out with your family, which is very, very good and important, guys, is take your family out, guys. It's not every time you will subject your wife to the kitchen or cook. There are sometimes you go out. Now, where you are going to now depends on how much have you budgeted for it. How much have you budgeted for it? I remember there was a time that the children were saying, oh, we went to cinema, and they always they say, let's go to cinema, let's go to cinema, let's go to, maybe they hear something, later they go watch for cinema. But at times you just want to keep them at par with them so that they don't get excited. One day somebody will not tell them they want to carry them to cinema and they become excited. So I said, okay, we went to cinema. By the time we got to cinema and we were paying 5,000, 7,000 per person. Is it 5,000 or something? I forgot it. Is it with the popcorn? They carry popcorn and one big mineral and give to everybody. We all sat down inside. I sat down. I was sitting. It was one Spider-Man something that came out there. The children, they were happy. Truly, they had fun. And I was happy. Okay. I was watching them. I said, is this Abuna, this thing that they are showing on this big screen, is this the reason why I spent this kind of money? It is good, and please don't get me wrong, but I began to size myself. Shola, this is good. The children had fun, but we have not. Have you walked to? Anyway, sorry. As at that time, by the grace of God, it was what one can do. But then, at another point in time, when I didn't have so much cash, and they were saying they want to go to cinema, and by the grace of God, we have a very, very big television in the house. My wife just said, okay, we are going to have cinema experience. So we just declared every Saturday night, cinema night and things. So I will tell them, go and look for anything, the one you want to watch, at least under our own watch too. They go and look for. My wife will now do the popcorn, big bowl of, in fact, the popcorn, what will they do? In fact, if we go buy them, we pay maybe 50,000 naira. So we have a big bowl of popcorn in the house, and everybody will now off the lights in the sitting room, and everybody will now be watching, eating the popcorn. When they go to cinemas, they are not making. So what did we do? We have cut off that expenses from this thing. That's just on the right time, but just to make you, there are different things that people do that they are using to, make up their. You get what I'm saying? But if that one worked for me, that might not work for everybody. Do you understand? It might be another thing. Clothes. Oh, we need to buy these clothes. Is this? If you open some of your wardrobes, the clothes that are there, they can carry the children for the next 2-3 years. But they should buy. Why wouldn't they buy? And things. Everything, when you calculate it, it should not be more than 30% of your income. Then the last one, the savings and debt repayment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important. This one, this 20% is as important as this 50%. Why? This is where the emergency reserve fund comes in. There are some of us today, God forbid, if there's any emergency, there is no tata for yan, no show for showroom. You are nowhere. You are nowhere. Nothing to rely on. You are living a risky life. Ladies and gentlemen, 20% of your income must be reserved. 20%. Sir, my salary is 100,000 naira. 20% of it is 20,000 naira. It means I will have 80,000 naira. How can I survive with 80,000 naira? My question is this. You get to the office tomorrow and they tell you that your salary has been slashed to 80,000 naira. Are you going to resign? Are you going to leave that job? Won't you adjust? Why not adjust for tomorrow here? Why not adjust? If you have to cut down expenses in this place, please, ladies and gentlemen, hear me and hear me loud. If you have to cut down expenses here and cut down expenses here for you to make up this 20%, please do it. If you listen again, if you have to cut down these expenses and cut down these expenses for you to maintain this 20%, please do it. The night comes when no man can walk again. That night time, you see the 100,000 that you are thinking is much now. That time, what work will you be doing to get it? But when you begin to do this, you are saving for the future. You are saving for the future. Like I tell my friends, when a lot of us, when we, one of the things that I tell people is never, ever in your life, don't ever, you are working in a place, you finish working, they pay you gratuity, you now use that gratuity or your pension, that there's one buck fund they always give people. If you now carry it, you say that's the one you want to go and use to start business. Error. In the course of the new year, we'll be doing retirement training and planning for people. We have that where you can invite a lot of people, maybe in your office and things, who are planning retirement and things, and we teach them and train them. We are not talking from book. It's what we have experienced. It's what we have experienced and what God has made us to understand within a very short period. I'm very privileged to be among those. I say I resigned from a job and into personal business, and I know what it takes. And we have, in fact, all of us in the Rich Vision community. So this part is very crucial for you. The emergency reserve fund. Your emergency reserve fund. And also one of the things you need to do. Okay, let me explain it more in this place. When you have calculated your income in these three categories, you have to divide into short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals for the new year. So, one of the first things you should do in the short term now, that you should even start tonight, is to create your emergency reserve fund. Or increase, maybe you have it already, you can increase it. Well, that is where the Rich Vision comes in. You create, that is something that you should take as priority. As a matter of fact, as your income is coming in, transfer that money out of your account. Boom. Don't transfer it into your savings account where you have your ATM card and you can collect the money at any time. No. You know that if it is in Rich Vision, there's penalty for you if you want to take it in bulk. You know there's a penalty. So you keep it there. And you are putting it there. And as we continue to go, I'm going to tell you other things that you can do with the Rich Vision platform. Then, one part of your short-term goals is the loans that you have collected. You borrow money from your wife or from your husband. Well, that one you still use the Rapafi time. But you borrowed money from the office. You borrowed money somewhere. Put it in your plan. I didn't pay any of the loan that I borrowed last year. But this year, even if it's 10,000, even if it's 5,000, let me be paying it. Let me be paying it. This is a short-term plan. See, when you don't have debt in your neck, you become lighter. You'll be able to think better. Then you have your midterm goals. What are the midterm goals? Get life insurance and disability insurance, income insurance. Now, when you talk about this insurance, people say, what are they? God forbid, I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. And I don't need insurance. I don't need insurance is good. Insurance is good. Life insurance, and you might find it interesting. Now, part of the things that we are doing in Rich Vision for the next year, I have different life insurance schemes and things. But what we want to do for the members of Rich Vision, we are having our life insurance scheme that each member, because what our plan in Rich Vision is that from the income that you make in Rich Vision, we wanted to be removing the money and do life insurance for all our members. But we see that it's not everyone in Rich Vision that is really doing the thrift management. Do you understand? So, but by the grace of God, in the new year, as we get into this new year, we are making arrangements to have this group life insurance policy for all our members. If you like that idea, I tell you, it's a very small amount. You know, when you have group life, you know, some people, when something happen like this, you see that their mama that they start crying, nothing they do, and now money no get, we go take you. But you love your family, you love yourself, get that insurance. It's very little, but the amount is high. If you think that idea is good and welcoming, can you just put 222 in the chat box? If you think it's a welcome idea, put a 222 in the chat box. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So at the beginning of the year, we are going to be working out and showing you this thing. Okay, sorry, I've not been checking the comments, but I saw one comment now that, how about those people that have, Madam Philo, is that what those people that have retired, is there hope? Yes, there's hope. That's where don't worry, we get there. So your life insurance is another thing that you need to do. Please, when we start it, we plead with you. It's going to be small amounts. You pay it. You can't say. Disability income insurance is there. So if you don't want to do it with the group, with the Rich Vision group, you can do it on your own. Do you understand? Then the next thing, these are midterm goals. When we do that something now, maybe by February, you've paid the one for the year. These are midterm goals. So set the goals for yourself. We're going to be talking so much about it in the next year by the grace of God. So think about your dreams, such as buying a home, renovating your house, saving money. For those of you that want to start a family, oh, how do I start my family? Sending your children to school. What kind of school do I want my children to go? You put your plan there. You see everything that is here, they carry figure. Then your long term is determine how much of the next egg you will need to save for a comfortable retirement. That is the part of the 20% that I'm talking about, so that you can be taking out this money regularly. You can be taking out this money regularly for yourself. So your short term, your emergency reserve fund. Now, remember, the emergency reserve fund is that fund also that you can use for your business and things like that, under the Rich Vision platform. I wish you go and get more on Rich Vision. For those of you that are new, this is your very first time, you can go to our platform and watch the videos and things. So one important thing you should do in 2024 is build an alternative income source. What is that alternative income source that you want to be thinking about? Well, if your pension is good, I mean, this is a good alternative, but it's not the only option for you. Pension money might not be enough to match your lifestyle. So you have to consider other things. One of the other things you need to consider is rental property. Maybe you build a house and then you rent it out. Do you understand? You build it. See, the house that you will rent out should be more important to you now than the house that you even think you will live in. Are you getting me? The house that you will rent out, it should be more important to you than the house that you will live in. If you have money to build a house, please pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking to you from the experience, because error thinking, people will think, oh, if I build a house, at least, oh, landlord, now hunger go kill you inside that house. So the first thing, you have a big plot of land. What do? Carve out a small portion, put up a small place. After all, you and your wife, you don't need all those big spaces. When the children have gone, the children will go on their own and things. You take a small portion. Please, I need you to understand, though, I'm not saying building your house is not good, but this is you. You don't have a means of income yet, and then you use the whole plot to build a house for yourself. That is lack of financial intelligence. So what do? You build a boys' quarter, something structured. When you say a boys' quarter, it does not mean a face might slap you. You put something, you know, just something comfortable, just at the back or at the corner, and then the front side of that place, you now look at building block of flats or something, you understand, for commercial purpose. That one, you can be collecting the money from that place annually in retirement and using it to pay. But some you will hear people say, no, this is my retirement building. They now build 5-bedroom flats and things. Each of my children will have one. Are you praying that all your children will live with you forever? Are you getting something? When you have made good money, ladies and gentlemen, when you will know that you can build a country home wherever you choose. So consider that as one. Then consider taking a part-time job. In this era, there are with this time that I gave us some sites last week where you can go and get jobs online and things. You can look for online jobs that you can begin to do. Look for, so that it will add to your income. Then think about purchasing dividend stock, buy stock, invest in you go. Please don't go and put your money in the bank. I tell you, it's an error. It's an error to say you are putting your money in the bank. It's either you bring your money to Rich Vision. Put it in Rich Vision Cooperative. Put your money in Rich Vision Cooperative. You know why? If you have, let me give you something here. If I have an account with the commercial bank and I put 1 million there, in the next 10 years, 1 million is no longer 1 million. Not 10 years, long. By next year, the same 1 million is not 1 million. And if I want to, there's nothing I'm going to tell that bank, I kept 1 million with you for 1 year. Please, I need a loan. I need to do a business. I need 2 million. The bank will not answer you. But if you come to Rich Vision, that 1 million, you can get up to ×2 of that 1 million in the next 1 year when you need it, meeting some conditions in Rich Vision. So that's why I say the Rich Vision platform is a good one for you. So you get that one. Also, part of the things that you can do is to invest in precious metals, in gold, in silver. Buy gold, buy silver, and store for yourself. You get all these 22 carats gold. You are not buying the gold because you want to be going to party with gold. You are buying the gold so as to buy as a store of value. You buy it, keep it. If you buy 1 million naira gold, you can keep it. It will be in your hand like this, 1 million naira. But I tell you, in the next 6 months, that 1 million is far more this. So you go for the 21 karat, the 22 carats and things. Those are the ones that not the 18 karat that they use so much in Lagos here and things. Okay, all right. So then the other thing that you can do as a means of income is to join the Rich Vision Thrift Management. The Rich Vision Thrift Management, you can start that side hustle. A lot of persons are making good money on the Rich Vision. I don't know whether there are people that are making money on the Rich Vision Thrift Management here. If you are making money on the Rich Vision Thrift Management, just type $$ inside the chat box. If you are here, you are getting paid. Rich Vision pay. You get your pay every month from the Rich Vision Thrift Management. Just type $, or just type dollars inside this thing. I'm sure there are some of them on the call. I've not been able to look at who is on the call. I'm just talking. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the part. That's the Rich Vision Thrift Management aspect. That thrift management is something that you can decide to be serious with in the new year. You can decide to be serious with that model in this new year. If you're able to do it, I tell you, it's going to help you a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the things that you need to do. So for those of us that are on the call here, I hope you got some important information. You know something that Winston Churchill said? He said, he who fails to plan is planning to fail. I pray you will not fail in 2024. And for you not to fail, please sit down with your spouse this year. Don't wait till January. Don't wait till January. Sit down with your spouse this year and begin to write it out. What and what to do. Where are we? First of all, where are we? All this kosi. You must leave that category of kosi. Now only 5 naira then or now only. Like, where is the money going to? Let us break it down. And I'm sure if you did not get it, I'm going to make sure I try to put this video online. So maybe you came in at the middle so that you can go and rewatch it. This is a very great lessons and training for you if you want to win in 2024 and beyond. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the talk that we have for you here. Okay. Somebody said, what is a thrift management? Now, thrift management in Rich Vision is every one of us. I want to encourage you, firstly, if you are new or someone invited you, you can get back to that person to help you with understanding what the Rich Vision concept is. But just for a quick one here, let me show you this so that, because this short time that we have, I might not be able to do justice to total explanation of the Rich Vision platform. So what I want you to do is, if you go to Rich Vision Coop, look at it, Rich Vision Coop. You can see what I'm typing there, .com, richvisioncoop.com. When you go to that site, there's a short video there that tells you about the operation of Rich Vision. You get it? This video, there's a video that will show up here. It's just a 15 minutes video. Please do yourself this favor tonight. Sit down and watch this video. And once you finish watching, you can get in touch with the person that invited you and tell them to help you to understand the process more. It's just a 15 minutes video, but quickly, just
presenting the first online income generating corp.
Okay. So that's richvisioncoop.com. So please do yourself the favor, go through that video tonight. 2024 is a crucial year. You cannot afford not to change your mentality and change your financial plan also. Please, I pray for you, you will not have cause to beg in that new year. You will not go out begging. And the only thing that you need to do is make use of the information that you have now. He said, wisdom is the principal thing. In all that I get is get understanding. And he said, my people, not devil people, God's own people, they perish for lack of knowledge. What you have gotten here is knowledge. Now, sit down and understand it and apply wisdom to it. Okay. iPhone said, I got this on social media. Now, what you do, somebody posted that thing in that social media. Please, can you do something? Can you trace the social media link that you got that information about this training and try to get in touch with that person? Do you understand? If you saw it on WhatsApp, there's the name of the person, there's not something sent it. Then if you saw it in the Rich Vision group, you can you will see admin, the names of 3 persons as admin. You can contact any of the 3, Kunle Majekodumi, Shola Nkola, or Femi Raji. You can just contact any of that 3. But I think for quick response, we advise you for faster response, look for the number that starts with 0802 among those 3 admin. Just look for the one that starts with 0802. That person will give you faster response than the other 2. At least I'm telling you from my own experience. Just look at the group. there are three admin. The message, the group chat where you saw this message, you will see 3 admin there. I'm talking of those people that are in the Rich Vision group chat. So I'm not talking of maybe church or this thing. But if maybe you are in some other groups and things, please contact the person that posted this stuff. Now, in the Rich Vision Cooperative, what we do in the Rich Vision Cooperative, every month, each person makes his own contribution. And in the cooperative, there are benefits there. You can always get 2 times, because one of the best source of income for you to raise finance in 2024 will be through cooperative organizations. In the cooperative, you can get 2 times what you have deposited in the cooperative. Maybe you've deposited 1 million naira in the course of the year. You can get up to 2 million after 6 months of activities in the cooperative. Then number 2, we give out loans, interest-free loan. Our loans are interest-free. That means if you borrow 1 million naira, you return 1 million. If you borrow, and the beautiful thing about the loans in Rich Vision is that the Rich Vision's loans, they are without collaterals. We don't take collaterals at all. Where am I going to take collateral from? I have people from UK on this call. The man in UK, we need, which collateral does he want to give us? Do you understand? So we don't take collaterals. The only things we take is guarantors, just guarantors. And the thing is that the guarantor should be a member of the cooperative. So what we always advise our members to do is when you are, as you join the cooperative, within your first 1 or 2 months, begin to look at maybe in your office, those people that you do a job together, you do all this 50,000 naira contribution. You will collect in January, somebody collect in February, somebody collect in December. You know, so that person will collect for December, and then they don't cheat, because the 1 million in January, the one that collected in January is not the same thing as the one that collected in December. Time value of money. So, but if all of you are doing it together in Rich Vision, I get it. You are doing it together in Rich Vision. By the time you have done it for, you've contributed your own 50,000 naira for 6 months or for 10 months. You can collect 50,000 times, maybe 600,000 times 2, 1.2 million from Rich Vision. Who is going to guarantee you? Oh, those people that you are doing the 50,000 naira in your office. You see, you are going to have access to more money. You are going to have access to more money, and you collect the money when you need it, not because February is my turn to collect, I must collect. No. You don't need, that's why you collect those kind of money and say the only thing I can do, let me use to buy one television. Let me know that this is what I use my contribution to buy. You use to buy television. Who will be watching your vision? You are using to buy. You understand what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, so this is what the cooperative do. Then also you will get some other things that the benefits, part of the benefits that you're going to get. I told you the life insurance. Everyone in the cooperative, we're going to be putting up that life insurance program, financial disability insurance program from next year, and so much more. Now, you hear that I said some people are making income. Who is making income? Who are those that make income? Some people have taken it upon themselves in Rich Vision that they want to take Rich Vision Cooperative as a business, And what do? Just like if you go to GT Bank now, GT Bank has what we call a referral program. If you introduce somebody to GT Bank will give you 100 naira. Are you aware of that? Some of you are not aware. And you've told your friends to go and open an account in GT Bank. GT Bank has a referral program. If you refer a friend to GT Bank, they will pay you 100 naira. So Rich Vision has a program also like that anyone you refer to the cooperative, you get paid a commission. And that is for the rest of your life. And if you go watch that presentation, I'm saying it so that you can have an idea. So some people decide that they are going to do it. Some people say, no, I just want to do the cooperative. Some people say, no, I want to do the thrift. If whichever one you want to do, you can. If you are doing the thrift, of course you are doing the cooperative. But I tell you, I challenge you, do the thrift. It will help a lot of your finances in 2024. Do it. Do it. The first week of 2024, we'll be training on how to make the best income in 2024 with the Rich Vision thrift management. We will have done it next week, but activities are building up into the Christmas, into the New Year and things. So ladies and gentlemen, get back to the person that invited you and tell them you want to start up this opportunity. Don't delay. Don't delay. I can't say it more than this, guys, but I wish that God will just open your eyes, give you more wisdom, give you more understanding on what to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, let me transfer us back to Mr. Kunle Majekudumi. Mr. Kunle Majekudumi is the treasurer of the cooperative and a great resource person that helps us in this organization so much. Thank you for spending this time with me. God bless you. Mr. Kunle, are you there?
Thank you so much. I am here. Thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you. If you have appreciate what has just happened right now, can we just do 777? Let's just do 77 in appreciation of that perfect conclusion to that discussion. Let's just type 777. Type it in the chat book. Type it in. 777. All right. President, there's someone here that I think you need to respond to. It says that he's retired. It says that how can this platform help? She's one of us. We are talking about, you seems to be talking about collecting salary, and she knew she's not collecting salary. So, but she is a member. She wants to know how can this platform help her to be able to achieve all those things that you have said, you have talked about today, just for a few seconds.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I saw that question and it just... Okay. Elder, don't worry. We are going to be doing a lot of things. Now, let's quickly look at something. Now, for that person that is retired and you are looking, the question is that I will ask you is, do you have a source of income now? Do you have a source of income now? Now, if you have a source of income, great. I would have even loved Elder Oluwadare to answer this because he's in that and is doing fantastically, one of our very successful leaders and elders in this organization. But because of time, let me just do it. So, do you have a source of income? Now, whatsoever, you are retired, but you are not tired. So, the more you can, as far as you have a source of income, you can put and build this. Now, you might not be at that point where you can do all these rigorous running around, jumping around and things again. So what do you do? The first thing I want you to look at is, it has to come from your own heart. What do I really desire? What do I want to do? Age is not a barrier. Whether you are retired, you retire from one job they did does not mean you retire from life. You don't retire from life. So, you remember Colonel Sanders? Colonel Sanders of, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Is at the age, yeah, at age 65. That's when he started that KFC. And today, it started at 65. All the money that he did not make before 65 years, he made it before he died. So, as a person, if you have a business or a source of income, one, you can begin to plan yourself and have that desire that this is where I'm going. Then, if you don't have any source of income, active source of income, then you want to really look at the Rich Vision platform. The Rich Vision platform, because people will tell you, oh, the challenge is capital. You know, business today is capital. A lot of people started Rich Vision without capital. As a matter of fact, the least amount for you to be a thrift manager is 5,000 naira. 5,000 naira monthly contribution makes you a thrift manager in Rich Vision. So you want to register, you register with 2,005, you put your 5,000. Now, the 5,000 naira is your money. It's not that you are paying it. You are not paying it to anybody. It's your own savings. So in Rich Vision, that's where the business model is different. You don't spend money to build this business. You save money to build this business. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you get me. You don't spend money in Rich Vision to build business. You save money. So as you are saving your money every month, then you do the other activities that you just go to our back office, that video, watch that video, you will see all the incomes and things that you are going to make. I tell you, there are people on our platform today, 50,000 naira monthly, over 50,000, some 60,000, some 20,000, 10,000, and so on, every month on this platform. We've been on this since 2020, and over 1,000 members on the platform. And not everybody is active, but for those that are active, they are benefiting really good. I hope I answered.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, thank you very much. One other person here who is obviously new is wondering how much is the lowest that someone can do in Rich Vision. I think the first thing this person needs to know that this is not an investment platform. I need you to emphasize that. And we are just called cooperators. We are a group of people that we come together and we save, and any one of us that need support that we can. So I think this person just want to know how we run this one. If you can do that in 2 minutes, that would be great, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Please, like Mr. Kule said, it's not an investment platform. It is a cooperative. And how much, the minimum that you can do is dependent on your own goal. The minimum, we put, there's a 5,000 platform there, which we put there because of students. That students should be able to save. But you, if you do your 50, 30, 20 budget rule, and you look at what is the 20%, how much is it supposed to be? That is where we advise you. You can decide to do the student loan or do the 5,000, but you can imagine 5,000 naira for 12 months, that's about 60,000 naira. Where is it taking you to? So, but when you look at my budget, what is my income? My income is 100,000. What's 20% of 100,000? 20% of 100,000 is 20,000 naira. Okay, can I take out 20,000 naira to put into my emergency reserve fund? So I want to be putting 20,000 naira every month into my emergency reserve fund. I will do some other calculations in some other trainings why that thing is very important. At any point in time, for those of us that are in the cooperative, one of the things that you must make sure that you do is this. You must have 5 years equivalent of your annual income in the cooperative account. Hello, let me take it again. When you talk of emergency reserve fund, you must have equivalent of 5 times your annual income in your emergency reserve fund. So if your annual income is 1 million, your emergency reserve fund should have minimum of 5 million. Why should you have minimum of 5 million? It's so simple. See, why do you call it emergency? If anything happens in the nearest, nobody prays for all these things and things and things. Nobody prays for all those things. But if there's going to be whatsoever, I should be able to, at least I should be able to live my life. Let's say my source of income stops now. If my source of income stops now, I should be able to maintain my lifestyle for the next 5 years. And God forbid, in the next 5 years, won't I be able to look for something that I'll be able to do to meet up again? But you see some people, something happens in the first year, they let them off their job in the first year, the second year, their life is scattered. They return, their life is scattered. That should not be your own story. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. So for that, our new member, you can actually just talk to that person that invited you. Make sure that you are registered. Take a decision based on what you just hear on what you want to be your monthly contribution. Of course, right now, the 4 packages we have is 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 25,000 naira, and 50,000 naira. Obviously, before the month of January or the end of January, we should have additional packages that we are working on that one. And just make sure that you do this regularly. And once you do this, you also want to be part of that thrift management, whereby you are also bringing some, you are showing people what this platform is about, so that you can earn money also for yourself on a monthly basis. All right. So we don't have much time. I think we have done very, very well tonight. And we thank our in-house resource person, Mr. Shola Popola, again for another one. It's a good way to end the year, but it's not actually mean that you are sleeping. Make sure that you are alive to your responsibility in 2024. Do something just based on what you have heard tonight. Begin to plan, begin to make provisions for what you want your 2024 to be. All right. Now, there are some people that are still typing in questions. Mr. Oyedeji. Oh, no, that's Mr. Umi Oyedeji. Okay. You say, must your guarantor be a member of your downline? No, it doesn't. Just to be a member of the cooperative. It doesn't have to be a member of your down. Anybody in the cooperative. Remember what we are doing. What we have done. I spoke to someone earlier today. He was his. I think he's one of our good member, Mr. Shaolu. Yes, Mr. Shaolu was yesterday actually, and I explained to him that look, why is the cooperative very stable? We don't have bad loans here. We don't have bad loans in the cooperative. Every loan is secured. Someone has used his own saving to secure the loan that another person has taken, or your own saving is securing your own loan. So that's why we don't have bad loans here. That is why we are stable. So it is something that guarantor is key. I can guarantee yourself, if you are not taking beyond 80% of your contribution, you can guarantee yourself, and you can take a interest-free loan. Or if you are taking double of what you have contributed after 6 months in a cooperative, you need to have people that will guarantee you, and they must have enough savings to cover the amount that you are borrowing. All right. So thank you so much. There's so much to be said. Remember, tonight is not just explaining about the cooperative, it's actually to prepare ourselves for next year. God willing, I know that next year we will see each other again, but I want us to be at a better level next year. Take this advice tonight together, upgrade yourself. If you don't know what to do, you are on one platform or the other in the cooperative, you can get in touch with Mr. Shola Popola or myself, and we can take that discussion offline to help each other. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Popola. Thank you so much again for tonight. It is not like a closure for the year. As I said, at any point in time, anybody can call and we might refer them to you to just help to upgrade that person to what he wants to do. So thank you. Thank every one of you again. I can't say this enough. We appreciate this relationship we have with each other. Let's take it to a greater level next year. I wish all of you a happy ending of the year and for you to start next year at a higher level. See you. Good night. Mr. Popola, good night. You have any word for us? You have any word for us? Final word?
You said it all. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wishing you, it's not time to go and sleep. It's not celebration time yet. It is planning time. Between now, some people are so concerned about planning for how to end the year. But the most important thing is, it's not from now till the ending of the year that is important. It's January to December that is important. So go and think on how January to December will be.
Yeah,
how
that's true.
December will just be.
That is correct. Thank you so much, everybody. See you again. Let's take this on our platform. If you have anything to talk about, take it on the platform. I'm sure someone will respond to you there. God bless you. Good night, and have a very happy year-end activity. Good night.
God bless you. Bye-bye.